What is up, y'all? It is me, Tasha C. And in this particular video, I didn't expect to do some controversy that is involving Lizzo. I didn't mean to rhyme, y'all. This actually came out, yesterday originally, really 2 days ago. I wanted to like more information, and considering, what the lawsuit includes, we definitely gonna have to come back to this a couple more times, okay? We got like controversy with, things coming with bananas, I guess, at Beyonce's concert, they were speculating that she was not saying Lizzo's name. She listed, I guess, certain singers and activities, and their mama, Solange, but then Beyonce mama was like, she didn't even say her sister's name. But it's so much going on, and I'm not going to be able to just be able to squeeze this in 10 minutes. If you want to watch the whole full thing, it is going to be over 10 minutes. And I'm also going to be reading a part, because it's 44 pages of the document towards the end. And that's already 20 minutes, y'all. But I got some stuff to say about this. Because not only does this lawsuit include to make it seem like Lizzo is such a horrible person, but it also includes, that she, like I said, that one of the problems is, it was a hostile working environment with these three former employees that were dancers. Two of them that came off based on the contest of the reality show. I will be including a little snippet about Sisney Bell. Now, Sisney Bell, I've been actually following beforehand. It was recommendations. She's bi type of this. She's a curvy woman, like to call, or a fluffy woman, but she can dance her ass off. I think she used to be in cheerleading and stuff like that. And they even come on, I'll repeat that later on, but they even coming on her page, because she has pinned, opportunity with Lizzo, one of the concerts performing, and it was with her when it was the set where there was dance. But I mean, besides it being a bad environment, by quote body shaming, and yes, y'all, you can body shame or shame somebody for having the same exact thing you have, whether it's texture, whether certain features and or above, the gender identity, sexuality, and y'all could be the same thing or the same thing and still be shamed. And they're speculating that, because they weren't giving it all, I guess, with 2 or 3 of the dancers, that it was due to the fact of, their weight being a problem. Okay, so like I said, I mean, sadly, there are people, say, for example, a guy may not like a girl and they big, they self, but yet they'll body shame a female that is big like them, or whatever, you know what I mean? So Lizzo, if you go to her website, unless it's changed in the past 30 minutes, y'all, it hasn't really she has not said anything. She has posted earlier on that day. She and her stories, her and her man were up there, going somewhere, I think Europe or went somewhere in a trip, and she was posting some of the costumes that she has on her on her website. And also, if you go to Yiddy, which is like a shapewear / you can wear outside, so they tearing her up over there too. She has not blocked the comment, she has not said anything, which could be her lawyer's advice, because some people can say, and like I said, I'll keep saying over and over again, right and wrong is wrong. How can you really say that would this lawsuit came out if it was for these women being fired from the job? And why is it being listed as Lizzo being the main person that is, maybe because she's the biggest name? But it seems like even what I read later on, and like I said, you can Google and put Williams Ward, there's the names, I would just say Lizzo versus Lizzo, and it's easy to find a document, like I said, shout out where I put it at the end, or put in there the Past Out Show and both watching Jay Lee's Corner, as well. They were the ones who also talked about the document, and which, like I said, I'm warning y'all again, it's 44 pages, but it's still a lot of learning, what the hell is going on. And until there's more documentation and proof, regardless how much dates you said, y'all, you gotta have receipts and stuff. As they say, they can sit here and say all documentation you want, but can we just go by proof of word? Is there audio? Is there video and stuff like that? that goes by that. Would, like I said, would anything have been said, or would this be considered hostile environment? Like where they're not allowed to go to the bathroom. Were they forced and they had no choice, but they figured it was better, or they had better opportunities if they hung out with Lizzo. Problem with Lizzo is that she wanted people to hang out with their friends. When you usually do your work, you can't mix business with personal, or they say business with pleasure. Usually all that don't mix. Okay, and we see how this shit went. Okay. Now, I know I'm going a little out of order here, but I just want to tell you, first put this in, because this, I don't know, this is just over the top, is the director / dancer captain, whatever, the Shirley Quizmo, whatever her name is. She's one of those Bible thumping and streaming freaks. And the reason why I say this, the freaks term, not to knock that, but it's like she one of those people who who belittles people that don't believe her and has to be extreme, say Jesus every moment, like Jack Black was doing, was singing peaches, man, and not everybody want to hear that. I believe that, but you don't sit here force your extreme, bring your beliefs and force them upon people. I'm sorry, you don't do that shit. And so for her to be like Jesus, and then talk about some of the stuff she was talking about, including one be hit with 10 playmates to be smacked in the face with him, or whatever the heck she was on, and all this other stuff. Let's just get into what she says first, y'all, because she I can't.
According to his purpose. And I just feel so blessed. I feel so thankful. I feel so full of joy. I had such an amazing time on tour with amazing people. And I'm so excited to be home, resting with my family and my dog after an amazing experience. And yeah, I just wanted to tell everyone that God loves you. And I love you. And glory to God. And I hope you're smiling and you feel joy no matter where you're at or what you're going through. Because, hey everybody, I just want to get on here really quick and say,
okay, the suit filed in Los Angeles Superior Court and provided by NBC News by the plaintiff's law firm also accuses the Captain Lizzo's dance team of project. I ain't about to front. I can't pronounce this damn word. To other performers and deriding those who have premarital sex while sharing lewd sexual fantasies, stimulating oral sex, and publicly discussing virginity of one of the plaintiffs. The suit does not say if Lizzo knew about the allegations linked to the dance captain, Charlene Quigsley, but the plaintiff believed the singer was aware of the complaints about her, according to their lawyer, Ron Zambino. The religious harassment allegations is connected to Quigsley, the dance captain who also worked as a judge on Lizzo's reality show, which I never watched. According to the suit, she preached her Christian beliefs and took every opportunity to popularize any and at all in her presence regarding the protestinations or whatever. After discovering that Davis was a virgin, Quigley discussed the subject in interviews and posted about it on social media. The suit says, and when cast members asked her to stop pressuring Rodriguez, whom Quigley regarded as a non-believer, according to the suit, about her faith, Quigley responded, "No job and no one stopped me from talking about the Lord." Okay, like I said, y'all, if y'all go to my channel, try to see TV, YouTube, because I know I'm going to go over the 10-hour mark where I go into this, but I'm about to post the next video to go into more detail, more graphic detail about why this lawsuit's filed against her and the squeaky, the Bible thumping woman, and then go from there. Okay, just let y'all know. One goes in more graphic detail about what it's being sued for, and hopefully, depending as much as I'm able to read in the video towards will be later of this video will be actually parts of the documentation. I guess they fall for what is being, the plaintiffs, the defendants, and what they're suing for. Neighbors, this tea is hot. Lizzo's being sued by 3 of her former dancers for alleged harassment and body shaming. According to the lawsuit obtained by NBC News, the dancers claim Lizzo had a very hostile environment and put them in one too many uncomfortable situations. Arena Davis, Crystal Williams both became dancers for Lizzo after they won her show Watch Out for the Big Girls last year. Noah Regis joined the ensemble later in the year. All three ladies were dancers for Lizzo during her tour, and all three experienced types of discrimination. Lizzo's claimed Lizzo and her dance captain Charlene Quinsley body shamed her and told her she wasn't giving her all because she gained weight. She also alleges that Lizzo forced the dancers to go to nudie clubs and engage in exotic dances even though they didn't want to. At a club in Amsterdam, Lizzo began inviting the cast members to take turns touching the nude performers, catching adult toys, launched from the performers' cats, and eating bananas protruding from toy pajamas. I'm just saying. I mean, I already read this already, but the suit says. Lizzo then turned her attention to Miss Davis and began pressuring Miss Davis to touch one of the tetes of one of the new women. Lizzo alleged grew agitated and began to pressure her to engage in what she did against her will. Arena also claimed that they went to a lot of nudie bars, something she was very uncomfortable with. The lawsuit also claimed Lizzo accused the dancers of drinking before the shows and made all of them audition on the spot to find the culprit. Arena also said she was so nervous she soiled her pants, but Lizzo still made her perform in a see-through outfit. Crystal was the only one that stand up to Lizzo, but she was fired the next day. Arena was later fired after recording a meeting against Lizzo's knowledge, and she reportedly became furious and cussed all of them out. Noel claims the whole situation left a bad taste in her, so she quit. Okay, again, y'all, in this next part, there's going to be video snippets. We're talking about two people who have worked with Lizzo that say that, she's mean and, basically a mean girl. And also one that will not include boys, which if you have a chance to read it, where I go, like I said, I mentioned about the dancer Sydney Bell, who, I don't know if she still tours with Lizzo or whatever, but people are coming on and say it must be true because I said you lost weight, or saying it must be true about Lizzo, and they're taking on her, and she basically is like this to a couple people who are coming to her page, like, hey, I don't have nothing to do with that. It was a beautiful moment. Now it's turned disaster, but I don't have, y'all coming at me and talking about it must be true about her. Just, or put me and putting my name in it when I got nothing to do with it. But anyway, y'all, let me put these snippets in here, and then after those three video snippets, then I'll go on to the next part. That declined to work on the Lizzo document because of seeing her disrespect to her, she feels really hurt. What is this name? I probably have it. I usually don't comment on anything pop culture really, but in 2019, I traveled a bit with Lizzo to be the director of her documentary. I walked away after about 2 weeks. I was treated with such disrespect by her. I witnessed how arrogant, self-centered, and unkind she is. I was not protected and was thrown in a shitty situation with little support. My spirit said to run as fast as you effing can, and I was so graceful and trusted my gut. I felt gaslit and was deep in hurt, but I healed. Reading these reports made me realize how dangerous the situation was. This was kind of abusive power happens for often. Much love to the dancers supporters. Okay. Another one update. Post former employees of Lizzo come forward about the environment. I purposely said abusive role. Okay. So I won't get flagged, whatever. They adore while working with Lizzo in the past. This was very much my experience, my time there. This is C Quest, I think T. But clarification is not part of the lawsuit, but this is very much my experience, my time there. Big shout out to the dancers who had the courage to bring this to light. And then she says here, echoing what was said. I heard been around the photo for 3 years for a reason. I push dancers. I bring part of experience. I appreciate space to understand my feelings, even though some people, when you kind of like look at like, okay, you brought this up yourself, so that's kind of like you're bringing this up, but you're saying people respect.
You wouldn't come and make this shooting.
Oh no. Okay, at first y'all said I wasn't going to do voiceover, but I'm just going to quickly do this, say, if you're not reading this. And it was just going into the comments and then picture I'll show you in what she looks like. But like I said, the pin where this was like May the 4th of this year, 2023, where she's talking about, and this person named Dollface was like, "You're so rude to me for praising your weight loss accomplished, so I definitely believe the Lizzo allegations." And she's like, rude, basically, like, she was going through like some type of eating disorder, but that has nothing to do with her with the Lizzo allegations. And again, here somebody was trying to say, please stop it. It's not your problem to find it funny, So it's going kind of fast, but it was just to inform, since you want to be rude to your followers, I'm unfollowing. Typically, your behavior should be, you have a blue check. And she been had a blue check about 2 whole years. You have to understand the amount of comments, DMs I'm getting such a tragic matter. As a human being with common sense, and compassion, I would never ask someone, about this. It has nothing to do with spoke about again. Bless up. I hope you, pass for, women health. And, again, somebody was saying that, you see about our perspective, you might think you're asking questions with me is another DM, another hateful message. Basically, like you're asking me that. So she hasn't said anything, about hasn't said anything about, like I said, this is her. She's like got deals, but she's also model as well. Like I said, they're showing the image she gotten for the Watch Out for Big Girls, because she also had one as well. I forgot to mention that, y'all, earlier thing. One of the people have one, but as far as we know, she has not said anything as far as now. I don't know if she will or not, but she has not said anything or said I agreed or this has happened and blah blah blah. Okay, and that's a picture of Cindy Bell at the end. Okay, again, y'all, due to the fact that I don't know for sure, if it might show, because this is a snippet from TMZ. TMZ don't play the copyright. So I slowed down and changed the effects of, the voice. It's an interview with 2 of the plaintiffs with their lawyer. Also, surprisingly, somebody was said in the comments, I don't know if I put that video clip in or not, or the part of the comments. I know it was everybody do was because somebody was saying, I thought, a couple people agree, I thought that was, the victim and that was security guards or something like that, and they were the victim in the middle. And but they were saying they, part of the lawsuit was they felt like they're being harassed and obligated to do this stuff that is, past the extreme, because, they were basically fired or basically were harassed because they weren't, treated disrespectfully because they didn't chose to be the fun girls. Also, a clip after I wanted to add is when she talking about the bananas. It's the next one about Amsterdam. She was waiting for that potassium, okay? And after that, I'll have my introduction will be the last part of You Willing to Say and Sit for about another additional 25 minutes, where I actually read parts of, like I said, the documentation, I guess the process of, in the lawsuit, but just more details. Okay.
So many instances where dancers who did have fun with her and go along with what she was doing and be down for anything, that they were favored, they were hired for more shows, they were invited on private jets and to do cool things, and could hang out with her in tropical settings like Hawaii and stuff like that. Some of our coworkers, it's just there was no line between professionalism and personal. And so we had in our minds that if we weren't, down for anything, that we would then be ostracized later. It was this unspoken thing in the camp that if you weren't super fun, if you skipped out on all of the outings and all that stuff, that you wouldn't be seen in good favor from Lizzo, and that you would then not be considered
seen in good favor from Lizzo, and that you would then not be considered like one of the people that is like cool and down for anything, and then therefore not be booked for as many jobs.
Everything about the sex show.
It was people fucking, man. It was crazy. They were just doing it, but you know what? It was beautiful. I went to the one show where it was like a couple, and they were like passionately making love.
It was really passionate.
It was really, they kissed. They kissed after, I'm not gonna say what she did. But I'm trying to go to the show where you eat the banana out the pussy. Which one is that?
This is the banana bar.
That's the banana bar?
Yeah, you
and they have the banana in the Gucci?
And ping pong ball.
And you have to go,
Yes. And that's what I went into here to eat it.
I need my potassium, if you know what I'm saying. My potassium.
Insta stories, you were on the red light street.
Yeah, we were.
Okay, thank you. Even if you made this far, or as long as you ever get the video, don't forget to like and share and comment. But I just wanted to say, you know, this is the last part where, like I said, it'll be rounding around 25, maybe something minutes, where, like I said, I'm actually just reading like parts of the, you know, the lawsuit in a document form. I don't know if I'm saying that word right, but like I said, I appreciate so much, y'all. Hopefully that little part of the TMZ where you hear the women talking, or something like a snippet of their interview, is able to stay. If not, like I said, you know, hopefully, I know it's weird to say y'all enjoy this stuff, but yeah, y'all, this is gonna be an interesting ride. Is Lizzo the villain and a mean girl and abusing her position, you know, of power? Or is some of this misunderstood? You know, only time will tell. Other than that, hugs and I'm just gonna say pre-hugs and loves, y'all. If y'all made a video, want to stop or take 7 minutes, or not, you know, thank you. Be able to last another 25 minutes. But like I said, I'll see y'all the next one. I said I was inspired. Like I said, check again. Like I said, Jay Lee's Corners video that she has towards the end, and also I checked past the Pascal show. It inspired me to realize this documentation was on this document was online, which if you just Google like the names versus Lizzo, you know, like the last name Rodriguez, William Davis, that's how I found it. But so I'm not going to sit here and say I took credit and just said this. So the highlight, I'm going to try to say this fast enough but not go slow, because of course I'm not going to go through everything. If you go online and if you have the time or you want to scan through yourself, it is 44 pages full in total. The Supreme Court of State versus Board County, case number, okay, this is Christopher as individual, Andrea Davis and Noel as individuals, the claimants and their versus a big girl touring company, Delaware Corporation, but this is Jefferson, aka Lizzo. I don't know what's saying as the individual, Charlene Corsi as an individual, so that's one through exclusive defendants. Okay, now the complaining, hostile work environment. Okay, failure to prevent or remedy hostile work environment, religious harassment, failure to prevent and or remedy harassment, racial harassment. Okay, disability discrimination, intentional interference, prosperity advantage. Whoops. Assault. False imprisonment. You know, I have, like I said, it's a lot. So like I said, I'm only speeding because I ain't trying to be here all night doing this. And eventually, of course, this is going to have so many layers. And if y'all are following Lizzo, you still see her page is still up and she has not responded, or maybe she's waiting for her lawyers to speak on her behalf. And surprisingly, last time I checked, but who knows, it might change by the time I do this because this is 12 at night. And I think now it's August the 30th, 2023. Okay, the link action, Crystal Williams, Andrea Davis, and Noel Regis, pursuance of California statutory decision, regulatory laws, plaintiffs or employees of the defendant, Big Girl, Big Touring, here and after, okay, BGLT. Oh, why did I say that? BT versus Jefferson, professional hereafter is Lizzo at all time here and mentioned. Okay, Okay, alleged the California statutory decision and regular laws prohibit conduct by defendants herein alleged, and therefore plaintiffs have an entitlement to monetary relief on the basis that defendants violated such statute, decision, law, regulations. Sorry, y'all. I was trying to use this app to learn how to highlight. At all times mentioned, we were talking about the parties. Plaintiffs, Miss Williams, Miss Davis, and Mrs. Rodriguez are have been residents of the city of Los Angeles, state of Los Angeles County, state of California. The defendant, BGBT, is and all times have mentioned have been in a Delaware corporation with the capability to sue and be sued in doing business with a principal place of business located at 1013 Century World Suite 43s, Wilton, Delaware, 198005. Defendant Lizzo and is at all times hereby mentioned and has been an individual residing in Los Angeles or California be sued. Defendant Ms. Quigley at all times is hereby mentioned. Individual is lost love. Like Kenny, okay. Virtuous name. Okay, here's where they start on allegations. I think this is on page 5. Of course, it's a little bit different because I'm actually reading this and using the Ebro app to read this. But like I said, it's 44 pages, even say you went on a laptop or anything or printed it out. This case, centers on 3 professional dancers experiencing working for Big Girl Touring, okay, BGAT, and Melissa Jefferson, professionals Lizzo, throughout their employment. Claimants Rita Davis, here known as Miss Davis, Crystal Williams, Mrs. Williams, and Nicole Rodriguez for Forbes. Okay, subject to host. Okay, here's one of the things to start off with: the dates that occurred around about March 2011. Okay, Miss Davis and Miss Williams were introduced to Lizzo when they were contesting Lizzo's reality TV show, Watch Out for the Big Girls, which were released on Amazon Prime. I think also, too, they have won Emmy for that award. The girls did as well. Because, like I said, I could have sworn Celie Bell, which I've been following her for a couple years, who's a cheerleader, stuff like that, involves body positivity as well, who I mentioned, who also, they're coming after her page. Okay, as well, with certain things that I could have sworn they also won an Emmy for the show. Not like that match, but just to put that as well. During the show, contestants competed for their opportunity. Joe Lizzo's show, if y'all, thing. Okay, about May 2021, Miss Davis acquired by Lizzo and the BGBT to submit a psychological examination to ensure she was psychologically healthy enough to endure the Stranger Feeling television show. During the examination, Ms. Davis disclosed that she struggles with anxiety and depression, which occasionally results in binge eating. The waiver of privilege and confidentiality and consent evaluation form she signed prior to undergoing the examination states that the information disclosed during the evaluation may be provided to production as representatives and or any other individuals and entities involved in the show and deemed appropriate by quote doctor performing the evaluation or by production. Ms. Davis informed the police that her disclosure of her struggles with anxiety, depression, binge eating were relayed to Lizzo and BGBT. Okay, that still has to be proven. Okay, as well, if they say if this went against the HIPAA law or went against the fine print of the contract that was signed and approved, that still needs to be proved. In or about May 21st, Miss Rodriguez was hired by Lizzo and BGBT. Initially, she was brought to perform in Lizzo's Rumors video, but she remained with Lizzo BGBT as a part of the performance group supporting Lizzo in her live concerts as well. While working on the Rumors music video, Miss Rodriguez was approached with another job opportunity that would have run concurrently with rehearsals to Lizzo's live shows and tours. After live shows were postponed, Miss Rodriguez approached Lizzo's tour manager, Carlita Garlita, hereinafter referred as Miss Garlita, I might be mispronouncing, about taking this one-day job opportunity. Miss Garlita responded, "Do you want the job or not?" implying if Miss Rodriguez wanted to keep her position as a tour dancer, she could not take any other positions. Okay, was that something like, say, against the contract? Because as well, that can be proven that this was a hostile environment or them forcing her to only work for Lizzo and their company. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not into legal and stuff like that. I'm not trying to be biased because I like leading her music. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Okay, it's just looking from the angles. Whereas, okay, let's just say if she's guilty, she has to answer for that. Okay. But on or about July the 18th, 2021, Miss Rodriguez officially was booked by Lizzo and the BGBT to perform with Lizzo at several music festivals. In or about August 2021, voting for the OF, Watch Out for the Big Girls, that's just abbreviation. During the filming of the show, Miss Davis and Miss Williams were introduced to the defendant Charlene Quilly. I like to say Ober Bible Thumper, Jesus, you know, that broad, on one of the judges and instructors on the show and captain of Lizzo's dance team. Miss Quilly was not only vocal about her religious belief, but took every opportunity to apologize, you know, basically Bible thump to any and all in her presence, regardless of, you know, how other people feel. Because I keep telling you, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna mess up that word. During filming Watch Out Big Girls, Miss Quigley took particular interest in Miss Davis and regularly preached Miss Davis about what Miss Quigley believed to be a shared Christian identity or cult thinking, because you believe in God and you don't have to have a particular religion, you know, if that is possible. And even if you are extreme, that's throwing your beliefs on somebody else, and that's extremist. Okay, it seemed a little cultish. Okay, also during filming, Miss Quigley discovered that Miss Davis was a virgin, and Miss Davis' virginity became a topic of extreme importance to Miss Quigley. In the months to follow, Miss Quigley will routinely bring up Miss Davis' virginity in conversations with Miss Davis. Miss Quigley mentioned Miss Davis' virginity in interviews and participated in and later to social media, broadcasting intense personal detail about Miss Davis to the world. Miss Davis never gave Miss Quigley permission to share that private detail about Miss Davis' life. As one of the competitions in Watch Out for the Big Girls, contestants were told they were required to participate in a nude photo shoot. While some contestants were not bothered by this, the perspective of the nude photos shoot made others contestants severely uncomfortable. Miss Davis was particularly distressed by this challenge. She was entirely uncomfortable by being photographed for nude for anyone with access to Prime Video to see, as this challenge was a part of the competition. Miss Davis believed poor performers or outright refusal would result in Miss Davis being sent home from the show and no longer being considered for a spot for the dance team. While Miss Davis did not want to be photographed nude, she dreaded the thought of not earning a spot on the tour with Lizzo. So it could be said be coerced, but it's also like what you see, or like maybe she thought Lizzo was saying this, because, you know, Lizzo's not the only person that is also being sued, but of course she's the big name, you know, in this lawsuit, but it's saying, well, if I didn't feel comfortable, I don't think she would like this, I don't feel comfortable, you know. So based on what y'all hear so far, do you feel that this is like a sign of coercing, or like maybe if I do this, you know, I have a chance of winning, or something that a person just took their perception on? Like I said, it is like crossing lines between professional and, you know, like not they need a PR person, an HR person. It's the professional lines has been crossed. Okay. But let me continue. This dilemma caused Miss Davis anxiety, flared, the resulting extreme distress. Miss Davis broke down in tears, says, while struggling to choose between a once-in-a-lifetime career opportunity and putting her body on display against her will. Ultimately, Miss Davis was allowed to participate in the photo shoot, partially clothed in a new bra and underwear. However, this experience foreshadowed the charge and uncomfortable environment listeners' pulleys will be forced to endure. Watch Out for the Big Girls filming wrapping around September 2021. Miss Davis and Miss Williams were both selected to be part of the dance cast accompanying Lizzo on tour. Miss Williams, Miss Davis, and Miss Rodriguez all performed with Lizzo at her festival's appearance from September 2021 from April 2022. In or around April 2022, but players began rehearsing in preparation of Lizzo's The Special Tour. During this time, players would closely work with Miss Quigley, you know, Miss Jesus, as she was captain of the dance dance cast. Miss Quigley continued to preach to anyone in her surroundings, especially about her beliefs regarding Christianity, sexuality. Miss Quigley often made comments deriding people who engaged in premarital sex. Knowing some members of the dance cast did not share her views, Miss Quigley also had a party trick, but she was Miss Quigley also had a party trick where she would stimulate oral on the banana in front of the rest of the dance cast. There's a lot of damn bananas being featured, okay? These incidents were prompt and made claims uncomfortable. Again, this is Miss Quigley, okay? Miss Quigley, it's my thing, Miss Quigley. You think about, ain't that character Family Guy when I used to watch named Miss Quigley? You know, the inappropriate person. Okay, sexual inappropriate behavior did not stop her from her relationship, or, you know, despite her staunch beliefs in position with premarital sex, she had no problem sharing her her self-love habits with the dance cast, often stating things to the effect, "Masbury, it gets my brain, but today I have a oopsie." Miss Quigley's sexual explicit comments were so pervasive, the dance team knew about her sexual fanning of having 10 penis space. So 10 penis. Okay. Okay. So, you know what? I have no words for that. Similar to Miss Quigley's constant sexually inappropriate comments, Miss Quigley's ministering deployments was unceasing. Miss Quigley continued to keep tabs on Miss Davis' virginity and made it clear that Miss Quigley thought the only way that she could be a proper Christian was through similar abstinence. Miss Quigley also singled out Miss Rodriguez as an unbeliever, made it her mission to preach to Miss Rodriguez. Miss Quigley even told other bananas that it was her mission to minister Miss Rodriguez during the tour. When cast members told Miss Rodriguez about her tent, Miss Rodriguez specifically questioned Miss Quigley refrained from impressing her religious release upon Miss Rodriguez. Miss Quigley became irate and yelled at Miss Rodriguez. At one point of the tour, Miss Quigley stated, "No job, no one will stop me from talking about the Lord." Okay. On one occasion, while touring, Miss Quigley gave a statement about her religious release. While in the dressing room doing their makeup for a van show, Miss Quigley began stating her religious release and asking Miss David if she held the same beliefs. When Miss David expressed her different belief were Miss Quigley's, Miss Quigley became visually set, made it abundantly clear that she expected Miss David the total compromise toward Miss Quigley's dogma. Well, Miss Quigley is interesting. She want to thump you in the bottle, and she want to be thumped with like 10 implants to the face. Okay. While Miss Quigley was for extreme for religious conviction, her sentiments were very echoed by others, like Super Rose and the Big Girls thing. Before rehearsals, performance dance team would pray together. While it was not an official requirement, team members participated in these prayers. It became clear that the engagement was compulsory. The responsibility led to the group prayer rotated across the dancers. When it was Miss Rodriguez's turn, she made it clear that she did not want to lead in prayer, despite Rodriguez declining every time she was asked. Miss Quigley would continue to pressure Miss Rodriguez to participate, and made Miss Rodriguez feel judged for declining to lead the dance cast in prayer. Miss Rodriguez was struck with Miss Quigley's intense and overstepping. I thought she was about to say stuff with some Bibles or some bananas. I don't know. According to Miss Rodriguez, took her concerns to the sister choreographer, Miss Chariot, hereby referred as Miss Chariot. Chariot showed some empathy for Miss Rodriguez, sir, but merely suggested Miss Rodriguez take her complaints to Miss Quigley herself. Wholly useless tactic, as raising concerns with Quigley has never been productive. A lot of it so far is connected, besides up to coming with this, getting bananas out of coochie about to pop up soon. A lot of it is connected to people who work with Lizzo as well. Okay. On another occasion while on tour with Lizzo, Miss Williams accidentally brushed up against one of the tour bus drivers. The driver responded saying, "You can back up on me." Apply Miss Williams accidentally gave him several gratification. Why he ain't a lawsuit? Okay, a different driver known as playing sexual explicit songs on tour. These interactions made the dance incredibly uncomfortable. Oh man, blue-faced dog faces on. Okay, made uncomfortable. Miss Davis, Miss Rodriguez reported drivers' inappropriate behavior. The Big Girl manager on several occasions, but the BGBT never did anything to protect the dancers. Management rarely questioned the drivers whether the drivers were drunk and or driving safely, and did nothing to make the dancers feel any way safer than they did prior to reporting the driver's behavior. After several reports made by Miss Davis and Miss Rodriguez, management began to deny ever hearing about the driver's inappropriate behavior. Okay. As the Lake part of the special tour came to a close, problems became more abundant. With the last Mexican show being played about November the 19th, 2022, and European leg not scheduled until February 2023, plans began looking for other work as they were paid for the time they were spent on tour. BGBT preferred plaintiffs did not take additional gigs and even instructed plaintiffs' agents against the place plaintiffs on a soft hold, meaning plaintiffs would not be paid during the break, but should not be taking other jobs either. Okay, that's some BS itself. Okay. On or about February the 7th, 2023, plaintiffs arrived in London, England to start rehearsals and perform with Lizzo at the Brit Award show. On or about February 23rd, 23, plaintiffs performed with Lizzo on a show in Amsterdam, Netherlands. After the show, Lizzo invited the dancers out with her on town. These invitations were not unusual and attendance was not mandatory, but it was well known that the dance cast members were expected to endure themselves to Lizzo. Okay, if it's not a tour requirement, this don't do it. Okay, this is not a requirement. It should be. Lizzo often mentioned that she had eyes and ears everywhere and only wanted good people with good energy around her. So you gotta be careful. Don't be trying to, mix business with business with personal. Okay, those who attended the after party of Miss Lizzo Pan were often favored, selected to perform with Lizzo at shows outside the regular scheduled tour dates, and were widely considered to enjoy greater job security. By not attending, dancers not only risk losing out on being selected on these additional shows and therefore additional income, but also risk being ostracized by the group, putting their continued unemployment in jeopardy. Okay. Alright, hopefully that's the last two things. And I'm the last two paragraphs. Like I said, y'all probably up there took a nap because it's already 20 minutes. As it turns out, Lizzo had planned a night in Instagram notorious the red light district, known for its abundance of sex shops and clubs and bars where nudities on full display. Also, they got some good weed there, ain't it? You get some good weed in Amsterdam too? Okay, the main event of the night was a club called the Banana Nair, where partners are allowed to interact completely with nude performers. When plaintiffs expressed misgivings about their plans for the night, Trotter stated it was too late to back out because she already sent Lizzo the head count for the evening. Said who? Again, feeling loomed with the pressure of the job insecurity should plaintiffs sustain from attending, plaintiffs reluctantly went along for the evening. While bartender things got quickly out of hand, Lizzo began inviting cast members to take turns touching nude performers, catching Adele toys that shaped like eggplants, plastic version of eggplants. I'm gonna say that from the performer's coach, and eating bananas protruding out. But no. Lizzo then turned for attention to Miss Davis and again pressure Miss Davis, peer pressure, to touch the titties of one of the new women performing at the club. Lizzo began leading a chant, goading Miss Davis. Miss Davis then said 3 times, loud enough for all to hear, "I'm good," expressing her desire not to touch the performer. The chant grew even louder and more strident, demanding a visible uncomfortable Miss Davis engage with the performer. Miss Davis discomfort stating, "I'd rather not because I'm cool in here in the corner." Finally, the chorus began. Remember, I guess like back in the day when Jerry, chant used to be on the stuff, Jerry, and a modified Miss Davis attempt to bring this to the end of chants. After Miss Davis briefly touched the performer's titties, the group began busting laughing. Miss Davis apparently laughed along, tried to how uncomfortable this inaction made her. However, to conceal discomfort were apparently unsuccessful on occasions. BGBG management, as well as Lizzo's security team, asked Miss Davis if she was okay. Miss Davis tried kind of to one push other. Okay, now I'm hearing about the breasts, but who? Okay, inviting them, but did they say anything about they took the bananas out some of the ladies' cats? Okay. In addition to pressuring the unwillingness Davis to interact with a new performer, plaintiff and all the attendants were unable to avoid witnessing Lizzo's incredibly public displays of sexual affection with a boyfriend. Boy, children, wow. Okay. At the point, the couple extremely took Chihuahua to the members of the band, which performed with Lizzo to the back of the tour to the back room before returning some time later. Okay. Upon return with the main club, Lizzo began pressuring members of the security team to participate in a nice debauchery. Lizzo badgered the security guard to get on the club stage, which submitted to demands. When he got on stage, her pants pulled down, exposing buttocks. Lizzo getting ready to take it off while a club performer hit security with whips. Plaintiffs against whatever, how the little girl was over the body, not the employees, and those around, especially present so many people employed. Okay, this is also, they were going to Crazy House with the live performers, and that they'll be able to learn something, be inspired by performance, tell what dancers. Okay, retainer. So it's still more, a lot of it there. If y'all, like I said, y'all want to read more about it, but a lot of it, like I said, as far as like Lizzo inspired with words. I don't know if she had a order or some type of orgy or whatever, or just went to go smash her man in the back. And like I said, it is some things that to be counted for, but a lot of it, if you like look at it so far, and I'm just, like I said, looking at where I'm not trying to be biased, where it's like, yeah, there has been stuff to be questioned, like you can't work but only for her, but also work in the NDA or the contracts they had to sign. Was that okay that? And should Lizzo be included because they speculate that she knew about the behavior about the Bible thumping freak? Okay, but and other people, and the fact is, if she was scared, one of the plaintiffs was scared to go to the bathroom, should she be accountable for that as well? You see what I'm saying? So anyway, y'all, hugs and loves. Like I said, this is this, and y'all want to listen to this, whatever. But thank y'all if y'all stayed this long or not, or if you stayed the first part. But y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all next one. Hubler was, and y'all take care.